You seemed pretty happy with Obeso's work out there, dark and early.
Thought his work was great, Jenny. And I mean, he went plenty quick enough, all that. And his gallop out was what I liked the best. You know, you were standing there next to me galloping out. He galloped out terrific. Come off the track. I mean, he wasn't blowing much at all. And got back to the barn. He caught his breath very quickly. You know, it didn't do up. You know, it didn't look like it took anything much out of him at all.
You loved the way last year that Major Fed was coming into the Derby. You had the same sort of feeling about this horse?
I love this horse. I think he's a very live horse. I did Major Fed. You know, I just, whatever reason, we just, our trip in the Derby turned out, didn't go like it was supposed to go on him. So this year we're gonna make sure that doesn't happen again.
But you had like hearing that like Caddo River is going in. I mean, the more up front, the merrier for
Exactly.
Obesos.
Yeah. We want a good, honest pace, and it should be, you know, horses in there. It looks like there's 2 or 3 horses like to be up around the front end. Just, you know, want a good, honest pace. Hopefully, it's pretty quick. Set up for our horse. Going to come from off the pace. That's going to be our game plan for sure. Just relax and get a good spot. And let him lope around there to the head of the lane. Come running.
Is this a similar or different experience than last September when you were in your first Derby?
Well, I mean, it's similar, but not. I mean, you know, we're going to run first Saturday in May this year. I mean, last year everything about it was odd and different. But that was my first one, and you know, to take over there for the Derby, so it was special being that and just getting the Derby feeling that. But I think this year will be, you know, back to, you know, a lot more like normal, the field in front of the people and all that.
Big favorite in essential quality. How do you view your competition overall?
Yeah, he'll be the favorite, I'm sure, and justifully so. He had to run a pretty hard race over at Keeneland, you know. Just, you don't know if that took anything out of him or not, but he had to run to win the other day in the bluegrass. But I mean, I think it's a wide open race. I think it's anybody's race. It's up for grabs, and I got a horse I think that'll run the 1.25 miles and like the distance, and he's going into the race great. He had work this morning, was I thought terrific. Everything's going right now. I couldn't be happier with everything, the way our horse is going. He's going the right direction. Looks like he's improving every race.
Tell me about Marcelino Pedroza. It'll be his first Kentucky Derby. He's so excited and he just loves this horse.
Yeah. I mean, Marcelino's a good rider. You know, it's his first Derby. You know, he's young. I think he's 28. But he's been around long enough. I mean, he's won a lot of races. You know, he rides over Indiana. He's leading rider every year over there. And, you know, he goes to fairgrounds. That's how I got him on this horse. You know, I had Hernandez on him the first couple of starts. He broke his maiden and went A other than. We went to Risen Star, and he rode somebody else. I needed a jock. And Marcelino, we got him for the Risen Star and the Louisiana Derby, and he did a good job. And you know, we'll stay with him. I think, you know, like you said, he loves the horse. I want somebody confident in him. You know, we're going to be whatever, 30, 40, 50 to 1. I don't know, 30 plus, I'm sure. But, you know, I don't care about the odds, and neither does he. He believes in the horse, and that's what I want. He's going to ride him the way the horse wants to run.
One thing about Marcelino is he's not afraid to work. You see him out
Absolutely
here every morning, and
he works.
Always smiling.
Good kid, good clean cut. You know, he's got a young wife and kids, and you know, his attitude's good all the time. He's happy, like you said, smiling, happy, and he's that way every day. He's a class act young man.
Tell me a little bit about the ownership of this Obesos.
Well, Barrett Bernard bred and raised this horse, and he owned him outright originally, and then he and I became part owner with him before the horse even came in as a 2-year-old this time last year. And so he and I were partners on the horse from the get-go, coming in as a 2-year-old. And Again, he bred and raised this horse is out of a mare called Snugs and Kisses. You might remember that mare. Tom Amos trained her. Nice. She's a good race mare, and she's been a good mama. I trained another horse that I heard called Transatlantic Kiss. Was a good allowance horse here. And anyway, she's been a good mare. And of course, having this horse. But anyway, the horse broke his maiden impressively there at the fairgrounds, and Travis, my son, he's always talking to Jeff Lifson and West Point people, all the time. And they saw him run and were interested if there was maybe could buy a piece of him, and they wound up getting in on a piece of him. So that's the ownership on him right now.
Is it different when you own a piece of a horse and when you are just a trainer and not also an owner? Does it make a difference?
As far as just
as far as reaching your share of $50,000 to run him in the Kentucky Derby.
well, thank goodness he's made that much and more for me. So I gotta reach in the pocket for that. But I'm glad I own a piece of him. He's a nice horse. As far as doing anything different, owning and training him, no, there's no difference. But I'm happy I'm part owner of him though.
Your ownership that's tag team racing?
Yeah, we run our tag team. We come up with the name. It's Greg, Travis, Alex, and Greg. We couldn't. They wouldn't take just the one G. We had to put a double G on it.